Hello, everybody. My name is George Williams. I'm the Next Search Catalog Coordinator at Northeast Kansas Library System, and I'm going to talk today about the upgrade coming on August 29th, 2023. The upgrade will happen after 10 p.m., so it won't affect anybody on Saturday. It'll be starting Sunday morning. You'll see a different version of Koha. And this is the biggest change to the Koha staff interface that has happened since like 2013 maybe. So this is currently what you see when you log into Koha. And this is what you will see after the new version. So the colors are different. The page layout is about the same, but the colors are different and the location of the things at the top of the page are different. And they are different on every page in Koha. This search input box that's at the top of the page, well, currently, all of the tabs, all of the controls are underneath the search box. Starting with the new version, all of the buttons, all of those tabs will be converted to buttons, and they will appear to the right of the search box. So this happens on every page in the staff interface. So it is going to look a lot different. If we go to patrons, currently there's a little plus sign up here that opens up the filters for searching for patrons. They're the same filters that appear on the left-hand side of the screen here. In the new version, if we go to patrons, that little plus sign is gone. It's been replaced by a filter icon inside of the search box. And if you click on that, you get this drop down that allows you to use the same filters that are over here on the left-hand side of the screen. You can just use them from the search box instead of from the patrons page. So that's a little different too. On any place where it used to be you would click a plus sign to open up a block of tabs, now that's turned into a drop down that's opened by the filter icon in the search box. The other big change, let me go back to the home page and show you the buttons. There are a couple of other changes, couple of small changes and a couple of bigger changes. So we've got the holds queue. We've got the big button that I put up here over there on the left-hand side of the page on the home page to get your holds queue without having to go to circulation. And then there are the alerts. So if there's a patron that has a suggestion that needs to be approved, or if there are tags that need to be moderated, or if there are comments or circulation notes, any of those things, they have been appearing in this big space at the top of the page above the big buttons. In the new version, all of those alerts will be moved over to the left side underneath the holds queue. So we got suggestions for this library, suggestions for all libraries, comments, tags, checkout notes. Seems like there's a couple of other alerts that pop up over here. So instead of being up here where these buttons are, they'll all be to the left-hand side now. That's a minor change. A bigger change is under the Tools menu. So currently, if we click on Tools, we get Patron and Circulation Tools, Cataloging Tools, and additional tools. Your list of tools that you see is probably not as big as this list because I see all of the tools for all of the libraries. With the new version, if you click on Tools, all of the cataloging tools have been removed from the Tools page. To get to the cataloging tools from the home page, you click instead on Cataloging. So why did the Koha community decide to do this? Well, if we go to the cataloging page in the older version, it's a 90% blank screen. They're just these three buttons along the top. It says cataloging, and then there's this wide open empty space. And somebody said, why don't we still have those buttons. Why don't we put all the cataloging tools on the cataloging page? So that is a difference that is going to have a big impact on catalogers. A lot of the catalogers have been doing this for like 10 years. And this is all the cataloging tools. It's the import, export, reports for cataloging. The inventory module is moved over there. The spine label creator has moved over there. All of that stuff that used to be on the tools page in the middle column is now on the cataloging page. So that is going to be a big difference. The last difference I implemented a week before the upgrade. Since there's a refresh to Koha, I wanted to refresh the icon that appears in your browser. So you'll notice now that the Koha, when you go to the home page, in the staff client, you get a white X on a blue background. In the OPAC, you get a blue X on a white background. And the test server is a white X on a black background for the staff interface, and a black X on a white background for the test OPAC. So this is what's coming. There aren't a lot of changes to the way Koha works, but there are a lot of changes to the way that it looks. The Koha community has spent a great deal of time on this. They got input from a lot of people, including me, about what was going to work for staff and what wasn't going to work for staff. And they got a lot of input from people that might have vision problems on how to make the colors easier to see for people with color blindness. And there was a push at the beginning to make everything icons, to eliminate all of the text, and to make everything icon-based. And we were able to say that's not going to work for people with vision problems. So this is what it's going to look like. Once again, the upgrade is August 29th, Saturday, after 10 p.m. You will need to clear the cache on your browser the next day, and I will be putting out the video for that tomorrow. Thank you for your attention.